The Trump campaign released a new ad featuring RFK Jr. Here's what that one sounded like.
Bobby and I will fight together to defeat the corrupt political establishment and return control of this country to the people.
And don't you want a president who's going to get us out of the wars and who's going to rebuild the middle class in this country?
Yes.
Who's going to protect America's freedoms? That's going to make America healthy again.
Yes.
I think what RFK's endorsement really shows is that the Kennedy Democrats are actually more at home in the Republican Party of Donald Trump.
Today I'm honored to officially welcome another true American patriot.
Whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent, if you love our country, as I do, if you cherish peace and freedom as we do, I invite you to join me in doing all that we can to save our country and elect President Donald J. Trump and send him back to the White House to do the tough work of saving our country and serving the people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Let's go! Nice one. A good one there with Tulsi inviting the Democrats to come and join us, and we're excited to see that. Now, here's more Nicole Shanahan. She was on with Cuomo. Cuomo is asking her, but why Trump, though? Nicole, you're like an independent, like me, says Chris. Why would you go and support Trump?
What guarantee do you have of any power over these issues in the administration? And two, why are you, who's known for being a savvy person, so quick to trust that Donald Trump will deliver on what he says?
What an insulting question. You're already, normally, Nicole, you're so smart here. Normally so savvy. How could you be so dumb?
So, to answer your second question first, look, where we are right now is we have taken a year. Bobby's been running for over a year. We have crossed this nation. We have talked to Americans. We have met people from all ends of the political spectrum, which is what you should be doing if you are running for a representative office. You should be out there listening. And our job is to bring that voice to whomever is going to be sincere in their reception to hearing the American public, where they're hurting, what is going on. Farmers are so underrepresented right now. And this is why I brought up some of my criticisms of Kamala Harris's food cap economic policy, or food price capping. Farmers are on their knees in this country right now. They are not price gouging. To say that our farmers are price gouging when they are already on their knees, who can I take that message to today? You tell me, Chris, who's going to listen to me? Because I have taken this message for years to the Democratic Party, and I cannot get through to anybody. It's not like this has happened overnight. I didn't wake up one morning and say, what a great idea it would be to leave the Democratic Party. No, I tried everything in my capability to get through to someone who would listen and hear this actual science, to hear the people on the ground, to listen to American voices. And we've got to judge people by their reactions. We got to judge people by the people around them. And right now, Trump has some really good people around him, and he's willing, he's more than willing to listen. He wants to listen, understand, verify, and then say, all right, who's going to help me get this done? And Bobby's been right up there next to him being like, I will get this done with you.
Let's go. All right there, Chris. That's why, because Trump is engaging in the conversation. He's creating a team of rivals, as Lincoln did, and bringing people together to govern according to good principles for America, right? I think that we all want to be healthy. I think many people, even on the left, begrudgingly have got to admit that there are problems with the food, or maybe not. Are they just thrilled with the food? What are the Democrats doing every day? Are they just shoving seed oils in their mouths every day, all day? And they're like, no, I want to be disgusting. Don't they want to be healthy too? I don't know. This, I think, is very important. Democrats don't ever talk about health, as far as I'm concerned, unless I'm aware, unless it's abortion or getting pharmaceutical jabs into you. If you question big pharma, if you question big ag, if you question big food or big FDA or any of these things, they call you a conspiracy theorist. Just eat your food, okay? And the bugs are coming soon, so eat that too. And you're going to enjoy it. And the government is always right and infallible. And that's, I think, their basic operating system. But there's also a large portion of people who recognize that the food is as corrupted as everything else. The food is as corrupted as our monetary system, as our border, as our foreign wars, as our news media, as our educational system. It's just as corrupted. So I think this message will hopefully catch and spread around throughout the country. Now, here's another new release. Carly Bonnie grabbed this one over from TikTok for us. And you can see Trump released this with Tulsi Gabbard. This is over on Trump's official TikTok. We're not on there, so here is what it looks like.
So grateful to be here today with you, Mr. President. We may not agree on everything, but we agree on a lot. And most importantly, we agree on the threat that Kamala Harris as president poses with her policies and how she will continue to take away our freedom.
I really appreciate your endorsement, and thank you very much. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to make America great again.
Yeah, we're going to make America great again. All right, so that's good. Nice little TikTok there. And Tulsi was also out being asked about this. She is going to be joining the transition team along with RFK Jr. And I think they're called honorary co-chairs or something like that. But here's what she said when she was asked about this over on With Fox.
And with that, let's bring in former Democratic presidential candidate who is now backing Donald Trump, Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi, it's great to have you on the show. So the big news, of course, is that you and RFK Jr. now part of the transition team. What does it mean, Tulsi? I'm not saying you have to define your role, but I'm thinking, what does it mean for two independents to join the Trump transition team?
Oh, I think it speaks to the bigger point about what President Trump is doing here. He is showing that this election is not about Democrats versus Republicans. It's about voters having the choice between a president in Donald Trump who stands for freedom and peace and prosperity for all Americans versus Kamala Harris, who is a person who will certainly bring about an increasingly tyrannical government, more war, and economic hardship, the same economic hardship we've seen over the last 3.5 years. And it's not about taking my word for it or an opinion or a view. Mm-hmm. Both of these candidates, President Trump and Vice President Harris, have two very real records to compare and contrast. And boy, they couldn't be different. This is the choice before voters. Rise above partisanship. President Trump is showing that he can bring people together who may not agree on every issue, but who value what is most important, which is protecting and defending our fundamental rights and freedoms that are enshrined in the Constitution and making it possible to live in a truly peaceful and prosperous society.
It's interesting when you talk about Kamala Harris's record, because there's word now that you could be helping the former president with debate preparations. Of course, it's very well established that you pretty efficiently took down Kamala Harris in 2019. Right. Is that something that you relish the opportunity to be able to help in that aspect?
I want to be helpful in whatever way that I possibly can. And if I can be helpful to President Trump at all in this area, it really is just to share the experience that I had and what I learned in sharing that stage with Kamala Harris back in 2019. And
I hope Trump actually references that. I think that would really get under Kamala's skin big time. If he says, look, Tulsi Gabbard already beat you on this point, Kamala. She already said this and this, and basically says the same thing that she said. So use her words as cover, right? Trump's not saying this. Tulsi's saying this. I didn't say this. A former Democrat, Tulsi, said this. She already brought this point up when she destroyed you at the last debate. She explained how you prosecuted black people for marijuana crimes and how you put innocent black people in prison. And you covered up DNA evidence that would exonerate them. And you prosecuted black parents for truancy. And all the things, right? Everything that she said. And this, Kamala, because Tulsi Gabbard already destroyed you at the first debate. She already said it. Because then it's going to take Kamala back to that, right? It just is a mind game. It's just a mental mind game. She goes, oh yeah, I choked on that one. And Trump brought it up again. What if I choke on it again? Something like that, right? Would be, I think, a good line. I think it would just get in her head because she's not good at this. And I think even Chuck Todd, that's who it was, confirmed this. When we were watching the DNC together, he said she's in her head about this. She's in her head about these interviews and these conversations. She can't do it on her own. And if Trump can just, remember when we talked about this last time and it ended your whole campaign? Let's talk about it again. She goes, ah! It's like the word. She does not want to do that, right? She wakes up in cold sweats every night. She's like sleeping. Tulsi Gabbard wakes up. No, it's okay, Kamala. Go back to bed. Here, have some more alcohol. So anyways, that is Tulsi Gabbard. We're excited that she's going to be helping Trump. Let's finish this clip.
And quite frankly, the kinds of tricks that she will play in order to deflect away from her record, which voters need to know about, and the mainstream media, the propaganda media, is trying to cover up. She will rehearse some lines and deliver them very well. President Trump knows the issues and he knows her record, and I look forward to seeing him challenge her and expose the truth about who Kamala Harris really is.